Hey team, hi, how are you doing? This is Emily Roberts here. Super excited for this topic tonight. I get tons of questions from you guys quite often about how to troubleshoot and what exactly does that mean when you do see posts about it or help when it comes to troubleshooting. For instance, if you have a customer, an ambassador, maybe a new team member that is experiencing detox or die-off symptoms, or possibly you want to help a customer choose the right products because they're slowly changing their health and their lifestyle. So if you see me looking down, I'm just covering my basis with my notes. I don't want to forget anything. So tonight, I want to empower you guys. I want to make you feel confident in helping your new customers, your new ambassadors, and your potentials. You don't have to be a health coach. You don't have to be a medical professional. You don't have to have a profession to help your Plexus customers succeed, to help your new ambassadors or your friends succeed. All you have to do is become a detective, okay? We're gonna start asking some questions, y'all. This is how we become the best at what we do, by learning more and more about the people that want Plexus to work for them. So by becoming the most best Plexus detective ever, we're going to start asking a series of questions. If you are brand new to Plexus, I totally recommend getting with your Plexus expert. For me, that's me and my uplines, okay? By becoming a detective and asking certain questions, you're going to get the nitty-gritty details from these potentials, from these new ambassadors, to find out what's really holding them back from experiencing the amazing results that most of us have had, right? So, as soon as a Plexus customer or a new ambassador starts reaching out to you, or you see a status or something that says, Plexus isn't working for me, I'm really disappointed. These are some questions that I suggest writing them down right now if you're watching this, or watch the playback later, and just kind of get these 9 questions in the back of your mind instead of shutting down and going, okay, yeah, it's not for everyone, it's cool, we'll get your money back. No, our products are amazing. We have an 87% success rate, and we have a huge customer ambassador ratio difference because everyone wants these. We're not just crazy placebo ambassadors. No, these results are legit, and we need to make sure we're taking appropriate actions to make sure that they experience the same way. Now, a couple of things. All of our body types are different. All of us gain and lose weight differently. Some of us have been on some very strong medications. All of these things you're going to have to take into account and make sure that these people are patient. All right, this is not a quick fix. We do not offer a Band-Aid for health. This is a lifestyle change, and if they want it bad enough, I hope at the end of the day they will see that. So let's get into the questions. If you are writing these down, don't worry, I will copy and paste my notes later in the comments. But number 1, this is something you are going to ask if they say, I don't think Plexus is working. Number 1, are you taking the products every single day? I think this question is the most important because things that you do occasionally, you will not have success with, as opposed to things you do consistently. I actually posted that the other day because it's very true. You will not see consistent results if you don't take your products consistently. Number 2, are you drinking half of your body weight in ounces of water every day? For example, if you weigh 100 pounds, you need at least 50 ounces of water every single day, if not more if you're active, right? This is huge. We need water, okay? Our bodies thrive off of hydration. Sometimes our bodies are even confused. Our brain is telling us that we're hungry when really, in reality, you're thirsty. And a lot of us confuse hunger for thirst all the time. And you may just need to down a couple bottles of water, not eat that Snickers bar, right? So let's make sure our clients, our Plexus customers, our new ambassadors are drinking appropriate amount of water. And I'm the first to say this. I did not like that part of my healthy lifestyle change in the beginning. If you've seen any videos about me, you know that I was a diet soda junkie. I love Diet Coke, and it was hard to step away from that. So if you have customers that are slowly changing their lifestyle, you don't want them to detox hardcore. core. It's okay if they still need one Diet Coke a day, but they will notice how they don't want it. They don't like the taste. But find them articles on drinking water. Find them ways to drink their water, whether it's carbonated or sparkling water, flavored water. If they, slice up some lime and cucumber and throw it in their water, help them find ways to get their water in. Number 3, ask them if they are stressed out. Do you have a very busy schedule? I'll get to that in just a minute. Number 4, what are you eating for breakfast? I think this is a huge one. You hear all the time, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It's very true. This should also be your largest meal. Some of us were traditionally raised and you have a full 3-course meal at dinner, right? You have the steak and potatoes and corn and a side salad with ranch for dinner, and you just consumed like a week's worth of calories, right? When in reality, have the steak for breakfast. Steak and eggs is a thing. Get your protein in and fuel your body for the day as you're burning it off with physical activity in your work. Number 5, are you drinking coffee? Number 6, are you getting 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep each night? Number 7, do you have 2 to 3 bowel movements each day, meaning after every meal usually? Are you going to the restroom? Number 8, are you sweating or moving your body often? And lastly, number 9, do you want the products to work? Do you believe that Plexus can help you? Because think about it, sometimes that they're their biggest critics, right? They're telling themselves that Plexus products won't work, and they get into a negative mindset, and then that just kind of ruins everything. So let's break down these questions for you. There are many instances when my Plexus customers, even ambassadors, tell me they are doing everything right, and they are still unable to lose weight or feel better. When this happens, I send them this troubleshooting checklist. You will find this checklist here in the team page, and then as I mentioned, I'll comment it again below after the video ends. So like I said, are you stressed? It can seem impossible to lose weight when you are stressed out, and here's why. The body produces a hormone called cortisol, and when you are chronically stressed out, it causes your body to store fat because your cortisol levels are messed up. This is common amongst everyone, from workaholics to stay-at-home parents. If you are constantly running late, juggling too many activities, or if you don't have any time for yourself, then you're probably stressed out. Start saying no more. Teach your ambassadors and new customers, empower them to say no and to take on less responsibilities if it's possible for them. Maybe find them an article or exercises on deep breathing. This signals to our body that we are not in an emergency situation, that we can relax. Exercise, prayer, journals, maybe getting a massage. Finding a way to schedule some me time into their lives will really help their new lifestyle change. Next up, are you eating too little or too much? Maybe too much or too little protein. Protein is super important. Like I mentioned, that heavier meal for breakfast. It helps us stay full and energized. Quality protein is more important than how many grams of protein you eat. Unless you're a professional athlete or a bodybuilder, you don't need to count grams of protein or stress about getting enough protein. Eat a fist-sized portion of protein at each meal, like a chicken breast, a fist size of scrambled eggs, organic chicken, pastured eggs are best. I love my Whole30. Wild caught fish, organic raw nuts and seeds. My favorite protein snacks are a smoothie with like hemp seeds and almond butter. My husband loves boiled eggs. These are some simple snack ideas that you can teach your customers so that they don't feel like they're starving, because sometimes when you start supplementation, your metabolism kicks into high gear and they're like, this stuff sucks, I thought I wasn't going to be hungry and I'm starving all day. Well, they just need a little bit more protein. Next up, let's address that question. Are they pooping enough? Are they regular? Are they eliminating? That's a nicer way to say it, right? You have to be eliminating every morning to feel your absolute best. For me, it's like clockwork. Every morning I know that I'm going to go. Thank goodness for ProBio 5. That's my favorite product. The more waste and toxins that stay in our body, the worse we're going to feel. For instance, think about like the flu, or how you feel achy and yuck. That's kind of how you feel when you detox or when you hold on to toxins. If you are constipated, which means you are not having a bowel movement every day, then you are likely to feel tired, moody, anxious, worried, and even depressed. It is difficult to lose weight when you are constipated. Think about it. I mean, I think statistics say that our bodies can hold on to waste for up to 20 years, or 8 to 20 years. That was the minimum. I mean, think about things you ate 8 to 20 years ago. That's disgusting. It's so important to eliminate properly. Eating plenty of organic leafy greens and fruits are optimal for fiber intake. Obviously, drinking plenty of water to flush out your system, and then adding a magnesium supplement like BioCleanse into your daily routine will also help. Next question was about physical activity. Are they moving their bodies enough? Are these people taking these supplements? Are they 9-to-5ers? You know, are they sitting at a desk all day? Are they getting up to stretch and get their blood circulating? Do they go to the gym? Do they take a walk at their lunch break? This is something we need to ask them. I don't consider exercise a mean to burn calories. I believe it's a way to gain confidence and get your swagger back. When you move your body and you develop muscles and accomplish fitness goals, your belief in yourself will soar. And y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, like when people post their progress pictures online, it's because you're feeling pretty good, right? So exercise improves your mood. How many of you have seen Legally Blonde, right? She's like, endorphins make people happy, and happy people don't kill their husbands, right? Because exercise releases endorphins. So sweating is not only sexy, it's super healthy. So get to moving. Our body has 3 ways to eliminate toxins: by poop, pee, and sweat. So these are the things that we should be doing every single day. The more lean muscle mass that you build, the less likely it is that disease will manifest. You don't have to spend hours on the treadmill or lift endless weights. Do some squats, push-ups, planks, jumping jacks. All of these are at-home workouts you can find on Pinterest. But get outside and do something. Clear your mind, like a brisk walk around the block. But get your customers moving. Are they getting enough nutrients, vitamins, and minerals? Do they eat enough leafy greens or greens, period? So many Americans feel bad because they are nutrient deprived. If they're not taking X Factor or they don't have a balanced diet, this is something that you need to focus on with them. Fast food places and restaurants do not care about your health. They're loaded with preservatives and additives and MSG and just junk. In order to gain more energy and lose weight, you must cook at home and take the time to meal prep and put good, real food in your body. Schedule time to do this, okay? It's so important. Keep your fridge stocked with snacks that you can grab. Even go on like a juicing cleanse. Stop by a local juice bar. Grab, a handful of grapes out the door, an apple. But finding something for you and scheduling a time to eat real food is going to make you feel so much better. And this is something that we need to be asking our potentials, because maybe they're working that 9-to-5 job and all they do is eat fast food, and they're going to feel like what they're eating. If you eat crap, you feel like crap, right? And then you can't crap because you're backed up, and that's a terrible cycle. So let's help them. Adding lemons and cucumbers and strawberries to your water makes it taste super yummy, and then you can partner up with your friend to kind of help that. Just do it. Just start. Find a way to get the healthy stuff into your diet. Prepare for it, meal prep, and then and hold each other accountable. You guys should be doing this too, right? We're ambassadors. We should be walking the walk and talking the talk. So get with your customers and hold each other accountable. Next up, are they sleeping enough? Like I mentioned, asking them if they're getting a restful night's sleep. Are they getting a full 8 hours? Or are they just sleeping for 2 hours? Are they tossing and turning all night? Even if you are stuffing your face with kale and organic lean protein all day, you will not lose weight if you're not getting quality sleep, a good 7 to 8 hours for adults. This is time our body needs to heal and reset. If you're a brand new mom, bless you. I know it's hard and you're not going to get enough sleep, but hang in there. For everyone else, if you're a night owl or get your second wind at night, that means your cortisol is rising when it should be going down. And that means, again, you're storing fat. We want to avoid that. So go to bed. Leave your phone in the kitchen. Unplug the iPads. Let them die so they can charge overnight and you can go to sleep. That's what DVR is for. You don't have to stay up till 10 o'clock to watch those shows. Get the sleep that you need and encourage your customers to do the same. Are you drinking caffeine, energy drinks, coffee? Are you making that local Starbucks run? Caffeine is one of the most addictive substances in our food supply besides sugar. excuse me, just try to kick the coffee habit. It's full of acidity, and that is toxic to our bodies. I know it tastes great, you guys. I do. I know we have tons of coffee lovers, and that's okay if you have to have it. But if you can cut back to a couple of times a week, you will notice a difference just on how your body absorbs things and how it reacts. Less headaches, fatigue, and moodiness. Caffeine consumption in the early morning affects the body until bedtime, amplifying stress levels throughout the day. Fun fact. It increases your stress hormones and elevates one's perceptions of stress. You might feel more stressed out than you really are just because your heart's racing. Decreasing coffee and caffeinated beverages will help lower often exaggerated stress reactions. Guys, step away from the sodas, step away from the energy drinks, back off the coffee. Caffeine inhibits the absorption of some nutrients and causes urinary excretion of calcium, magnesium, potassium, iron, and trace minerals. Those are things we want to hold on to. If you want to improve your productivity, your sleep, better look and feel younger, dump your caffeine habit and replace it with fresh green juice. You've seen tons and tons of Jules, I think, recently posting about the juice bar and places that they like to go to get their nutrients and energy, and they're losing some weight just by juicing. I don't think should be a way of life, but it is a great replacement if you're trying to step away from your caffeinated beverages. And then lastly, asking them, do the products work? Do you believe that Plexus will work? Sharing testimonies with your customers, finding one that relates to their age and to their weight, and showing them, get off the scale. Stay off the scale. That's what every weight loss program I can think of tells you to do. Whether it's, Weight Watchers or Whole30, they say do not weigh yourself for 30 days because your body's going to go through some changes. While you're introducing these supplements, your weight might fluctuate. You might hold on to water a little bit differently. A bowel movement can change your weight. Right? You could lose 2 to 3 pounds with one bowel movement by eliminating. So stay off the scale. Encourage them to stay off the scale, and instead grab one of those waist measuring tapes and measure yourself, or pull out those high school jeans and measure by putting those on. Do they fit? Are you muffin topping? But finding a way to recognize non-scale victories like inches lost, no more headaches, no more sweet tooth. Those little things are way more valuable and important long term than the weight. This is going to help you determine what products are best for your customers and your new ambassadors. If they're really trying to lose a significant amount of weight, ask for specific details. How much weight are you trying to lose? 5 pounds and lose some arm flab? Or do you have a significant amount of weight to lose? Are you obese for your age? Finding out the details and the specifics are going to help them not only stay on track to see, okay, this is serious, I need to take my health seriously, but it helps you push the right products to them and start them with the right thing. I firmly believe that Triplex is great for everybody, but I do know that some people need block and accelerator and those appetite suppressants and the extra fat burning help. So I hope these have helped you kind of troubleshoot. Now you have a great idea of some questions to ask your potentials and your new ambassadors if they feel like they're struggling on that struggle bus. But most importantly is patience and consistency. If you join just to use the products for 30 days, you're doing yourself a disservice. I didn't see my first result for at least 60 days. And by then I was calling my doctor because I thought it was too good to be true. I'm like, there's no way. So be patient. My mom's been doing this about 2 years and she's recently lost about 40 pounds. You have to be patient. Your bodies have to heal. Think about all the crap you've consumed for years, whether you're 18 or 68. That's a long time to consume toxic things and ingredients, and to breathe in polluted air and polluted soil. Think of all the stuff that we are surrounded by. These products aren't going to work instantaneously. We must be patient. We must love on our people. Think of your own journey. Think about when you get frustrated. These are people that don't have the same belief in this company and products as we do, right? We love it wholeheartedly. They're learning to love it. So be patient with them. Just like they need to be patient with their bodies, you be patient with them and love on them and show them that these products work. Find testimonies, encourage them. Set a reminder in your phone to text them every other day. Are you drinking enough water? Hey, did you poop today? Depending on the relationship you have with them, set a reminder so you can check in on all these people and help them troubleshoot and feel better.